biocultural anthropologist and a writer. And I actually lived in the apartments over there, back there, for about a year. I came here to be president of Shaw University, and I'm no longer with Shaw. I've remained in the area, though, and one of the great things was being invited to be involved in this project. I had the privilege of being trained as an anthropologist by Dr. Robert Painter at the University of Massachusetts, who've spent the last 20 to 30 years excavating the W.E. Du Bois home site. And so when I got involved with him, I called him up and said, I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. You know, we're here to honor the past, to pay tribute to those buried here, known and unknown. And it's because of their lives and their struggles that we're here today. Our successes are built upon their backs and their experiences, upon their suffering and their achievements. And so we owe them the debt to find out as much as we can about who they were, as Mr. Holt said. The Friends of Oberlin have invited me to be involved, and what I've done is to get in touch with an archaeological survey group. And what they do is that they try and find out what's beneath the surface. We know what's on top, but we also know that there's so much history. People who could not afford grave markers, there are sunken graves there. And so what this assessment would do is to just map out in a very strategic way what's on the surface and also what's beneath the surface. It may tell us if there were other structures there. It may tell us, the folk legend of course, is that this was built on top of the informal slave burial. We don't know that, but it would be able to tell us if there is material beneath what we can see. So much of African American history is unpreserved. As an anthropologist, we go into museums, we study museums, we help to create museums, but museums are actually symbols of wealth. Those are the things that survive. Slave cabins rarely survive because they were made out of material that wasn't intended to last forever. We know that where people were buried oftentimes was informally in the woods, along the sides, and unmarked graves. So to have this standing here, to know that there existed an African American village of freedmen, of artisans and craftsmen, of people who were independent, you know, is an important symbol, and we need to take care of it. It is my hope that once we do this assessment, that it will generate enough interest that local anthropologists at some of the schools might be involved in perhaps doing some minor excavation. We want to leave it as undisturbed as possible, but there may be ways in which we can tell more about the time period, about who was living here, and some of that is just a combination of putting together what you find, obviously taking down oral histories of people who are here, and I'm always honored when I see these beautiful ladies come out for these events. And so we owe it to the people, the descendants, and to ourselves, those of us who cannot claim a past. I don't know where my ancestors' graves are. I don't have that privilege. So to me, I'm honored to be involved in this. And so I thank all of you, and I hope that people who are here, that you will tell your friends that as the Friends of Oberlin begin to collect funds to do this, it's an expensive procedure. It's about $8,500, but we believe that this is worth it. And once we have that information, it is here for all prosperity. It's here for your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and those of us who don't have relatives here, but who are connected through our histories. So again, I hope that you're anxious to get involved in this. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have Janet Holwich Taylor read out the proclamation for this